Meghalaya, I welcome you to this press briefing where we try and convey our messages which is happening all throughout the state to the press so that you are kept apprised of the developments. And I'm happy to state today that we have it here Ms. Mahua Moitra, who's our Member of Parliament at the Lok Sabha, and Mr. James Lyngdoh, our Vice President, who will be also briefing you all on different issues or questions and answers you have. Yesterday we had the Honorable Chairperson and the Honorable National General Secretary of the All India Trinamool Congress in Rajabala in Garo Hills, and we had a very successful and huge gathering, which is an indication that the people of the state are now gravitating towards us and giving us their support to ensure that this time there will be a change for the better. I also want to inform you that these last few days has been quite disturbing for most of the citizens of Meghalaya by a statement made by the Union Home Minister that Meghalaya is one of the most corrupt states in the country. Now, a statement coming from such a great and national leader who is part of the coalition, it's only an indication that the governance which has been given to the people of Meghalaya for the last 5 years has been very dismal, to say the least. We are here now for the change, and we hope that the people of Meghalaya this time they give us their full support so that we can work for the betterment of the people. And I would like to also say that I would also like to welcome our State in Charge, Dr. Bhunia, Bhunia, who is also the Minister of the Government of West Bengal, present here. So as I was saying that the most senior leader of the Congress party has stated that TMC is the BJP, is the team B of the BJP. Let us assure you that irrespective of the comments which was made, we are nobody's B team. We are here as TMC to fight the divisive forces that is all around the country, and we will fight in every state against the BJP and any BJP-led government so that a change will come for the betterment of the people. Thank you. Now, if you would like to ask questions, we are here for. Should you speak something?
Thank you very much, all the members of the press and else. We have with us, of course, the observer in charge of Meghalaya, Dr. Bhunia, who is Honorable Minister from West Bengal. We also have with us James, who is the Vice President. He said that conference with only 2 days left for the last days of campaigning before we go to the polls on the 27th. And yesterday we saw a fantastic meeting, really saw an outpouring of people's love and affection for Smriti Mamata Banerjee, who was here along with the National General Secretary. The meeting was held in Rajabala. But I think what the crowds demonstrated was that people are hungering for change. There's a reason when there is a high turnout, even in the polls, and there's a reason when people come out for rallies, and Meghalaya is a small state, and to have a crowd of 50, 70,000 people is not an easy task. And we saw this coming out, the spontaneity. I think it's because people are hungering for change. As Charles spoke before me, he said that there have been a few comments in the election time. There's always a heated atmosphere, but I think two sets of comments from two national parties stand out especially. One from the Honorable Home Minister, Mr. Amit Shah, who ironically said that Meghalaya is one of the most corrupt states. Now, he is, apart from being the Honorable Home Minister, is a senior leader of the BJP. And the BJP, if I'm not mistaken, was in power in coalition in Meghalaya till about 40 days ago, along with the NPP.
Still in power.
And so what I want to ask is this. If you've been having power in this state for the last 5 years, and you're obviously looking in the mirror when you say that the corruption is at a peak in Meghalaya, and that's exactly why people are clamoring for change, and that is why Trinamool is here. The other comment, of course, yesterday at a public meeting here in Shillong was made by the ex-president and honorable MP from the Congress, Mr. Gandhi. And he said that the TMC is here to kind of help the BJP and is the B team of the BJP. Now, to that I would like to say that the days of only national parties are over in India, If we had to rely on a bi-party system, there would be no hope left for democracy in India. The Trinamool has fought for 34 years against the left and has come to power in West Bengal. It's there for we are in our third term. We don't need to prove our credentials, our anti-BJP credentials to anywhere. I think all of us sitting here have demonstrated to the people of India, our chairperson has demonstrated to the people of India that there is any force standing strong against all odds. It is the Trinamool against the BJP. I don't think we need to prove this, and we don't need a certificate from anyone. As far as we are concerned, we are out to defeat the BJP and all the allies of the BJP. We are a national party and have the right to fight elections in every state. We have proven in West Bengal that in a 1-to-5 fight with the BJP, that we are among the very few parties that can fight and win. I think going forward, as far as Meghalaya is concerned, the corruption, the lack of development stands out. Meghalaya is not a poor state. Meghalaya is a mineral-rich state. I myself have been coming to the state as a child. My sister went to Loreto Shillong. We've all come to Meghalaya. We love the state. I think all of us from neighboring states love the state. The people of Meghalaya, the development of Meghalaya it's not something to be thrown away. And I think any government that for the past 5 years has been in power and has done nothing for infrastructure, for roads, for healthcare, for all-round development, deserves to be shown the door. And we are here to offer people an alternative. We are fighting here to offer people an alternative. We are here as a national party. We don't need to prove our credentials to anyone. And we thank the people of Meghalaya for the love and affection that they've shown us. We are here to prove an alternative. And we hope that on the 27th of February, that people will basically vote with their feet and will use their middle finger to show the power of democracy and will show their thumb to show the power of democracy. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Namaskar. Myself being the in charge of the state for Trinamool Congress in Meghalaya, I have seen the statement and the deliberation of Rahul Gandhi ji in the meeting yesterday, where he categorically identified TMC as the B team of BJP and helping BJP clearly. I strongly oppose this and condemn this statement. Number one. Number two, the role of TMC in the name of AITC, All India Trinamool Congress. We are spreading all over India in different states for our political mandate from the people of this country. In a multiple democratic system, we are playing our vital role to woo the support of the people for democracy, for secularism, for sovereignty of our country, the rights of the people, fundamental rights of the people. It has been proved by the activity and the leadership of Madam Mamata Banerjee that she has proven her credential that all the issues she is fighting for is supported by the people. We are fighting in Tripura. There was a government of BJP. We fought in Goa. There was government of BJP. We are fighting in Meghalaya, where BJP supported government has been. So wherefrom we are supporting BJP. And if you just give a look to the West Bengal latest assembly election in 2021, they gave a clarion call, iska bar 200 par. बीजेपी ने क्या हुआ? मैडम ममता बनर्जी defeated the BJP party in Bengal and established for third term TMC government in West Bengal. Our National General Secretary has clearly stated in his TV interview a few days back that we are not going to disturb Chhattisgarh, Rajasthan and other Pradesh where BJP is being faced by the Congress in that particular states. But what is the credential of the Congress there? We all are from the Congress. But he has attacked. It is the people of Meghalaya who will judge his statement and deliberations and our activity. Mr. Charles Pyngrope, our state president, Dr. Mukul Sangma, with their rich political and cultural heritage of politics in Meghalaya, will prove definitely their credential with the support of the people of Meghalaya in the coming elections. Because the people need change. This demand of the people that we need change and this aspiration will be fulfilled by the Meghalaya teams in the coming assembly election. And we all is wishing all for good health, good mind, good development and a prosperous Meghalaya state with its rich culture, with its rich tradition of the people of Meghalaya, and TMC will stand for that. Our leader, Madam Mamata Banerjee and Abhishek Banerjee, with the leadership of Charles Pyngrope and Dr. Mukul Sangma, will continue to that tune of politics to fulfill the aspiration of Meghalaya people.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Question is to MB. There are allegations from various quarters, including the BJP, saying that TMC is a party of Rolandaji, cut money. Even Mamata has to admit it. Your response?
I think it's very rich. I'm not here to answer any allegations said by the BJP. I'm here to set the narrative that the Trinamool is putting out, right? So I think the BJP should concentrate on answering whatever allegations are against them rather than point fingers at us. I think it is absolutely below my dignity and below the dignity of the Trinamool to allow the BJP to set the narrative and allow us to fall into that. I think they should look after their own problems.
But at home you should be corruption free. Then only you can preach here.
Sorry?
Corruption free at home, then you can.
I think we've come back on the back of, we've just won a massive election in 2021. We've come back for the third time. And every election that is happening in Bengal, Trinamool Congress is coming back with a greater majority. I think if indeed these allegations were true, the people of Bengal are an extremely smart race and they would vote with their feet.
Some additional questions.
Yes. I will take questions from everyone, sir, so only one more, please.
Related.
One more, please, sir. I'm not taking all questions from you.
As an outside party and a violent party.
Yes.
Your comment.
Okay. On the outside party comment, I think only a person with, I think only people with very, very single-digit IQ could ask this question, because when you're talking about an outside party, the Congress is headquartered in Delhi, is led by Mallikarjuna Kharge, who's from Karnataka, and its leader yesterday who came and spoke here was Mr. Gandhi from Delhi. The BJP is headquartered in Nagpur and in Delhi. Its national president is JP Nadda, who's from Himachal. Its leaders are from Gujarat. So they're coming here and fighting. So how come they don't have the tag of an outside party? The Trinamool is a national party led by Mamata Banerjee. Our state president in Meghalaya is Charles, who's sitting here, who's from here. We have Dr. Mukul Sangma as well, who's been a two-time chief minister. Every single worker and party holder of the Trinamool in Meghalaya is from the state. So I think this is a ridiculous allegation, and only people of subhuman intelligence could make it, sir. Now that's the last question from you. Next, please. Nothing from you, sir. Thank you. Nothing from you, sir. Enough, sir. Please behave yourself. Nothing from you, sir. I've had 2 questions from you. I'll take it from the rest. Please, sir.
There's
Tell
a
me.
narrative that the TMC is going to align with the BJP.
Let me
after the
answer
elections.
that.
Right.
So what do you have to say on this?
Okay, I think this is basically, it's like, let's put out every fairy story and have Mahua Moitra give us her take on the fairy story. But since you've asked the question, I'll tell you. I think it's a ridiculous question, but since you've asked it, I will give you that respect and answer it. I think the Trinamool today stands out in India as perhaps the only party that is fighting tooth and nail against the BJP. I myself, standing in the Lok Sabha, have 300 people on the other side, and I stand alone, as all of you can see, and give it back even better than I get. So I think these questions of us aligning with the BJP are absolutely ridiculous. But if you want to ask ridiculous questions, we'll face them with an answer. What is it based on, sir? What is it based on, sir?
Even in the previous election in Manipur,
Right.
TMC had won 1 seat.
Right.
After winning the 1 seat, the TMC legislator merged with the BJP.
Okay.
So there's a possibility.
So the issue is, when there is a single legislator, then the party whip doesn't, as you know, then if it's a single, the anti-defection doesn't allow with them. So if it's a single person, the BJP plays carrot and stick, as you know. This has not just happened with one legislator in Manipur, it has happened with an entire government in Madhya Pradesh. It has happened with an entire government in Maharashtra. The BJP either uses the agencies to go after people who win, or they use the carrot of money. So this is a carrot and stick policy which is everywhere. No one can guarantee against
So
it.
do you see this carrot and stick?
The carrot and stick is being used. I'm pretty confident. I will let Charles answer this because he's from the state, but I don't see this being applicable to the current TMC team in fighting the elections in Meghalaya, but I will let Charles answer this, please.
Yes, thank you. I think we have heard this question on many occasions by different sections of the electronic and print media as to the post-poll scenario where the TMC will align with the BJP. Let me, as president of the state category state, at least for the last time before we go to the hustings, that such an allegation or such a comment from anybody is just a figment of the imagination, and it will not happen in the state under my watch anyway. Thank you.
Okay, ma'am, I have a question. গতকালে রাজাবালায় মুখ্যমন্ত্রী মমতা বন্দ্যোপাধ্যায় সভা করেছেন এবং সেই সভাতে জনজোয়ার কার্যত এবং আপনি যতগুলো সভা করেছেন গারো হিলসে সবগুলোতেই উপচে পড়া ভিড় এত কম সময়ে এতটা বেশি সমর্থন পেয়ে কতটা আপ্লুত
আমরা খুবই খুশি আর যেটা মেইন জিনিস এটা একটা জিনিস দেখাচ্ছে একদিকে ঠিক আছে কালকে মমতা ব্যানার্জি উনি এসেছিলেন উনার প্রতি যে মানুষের আকর্ষণ সেটা আবার প্রমাণিত হলো কিন্তু মানুষ যে একটা পরিবর্তন চায় মানুষ যে চায় যখন এই পরিমাণে এই সংখ্যায় মানুষ যখন রাস্তায় বেরোয় তখন এটা কিন্তু একদিকেই আমাদের পয়েন্ট করছে যে মানুষ পরিবর্তন চায় সো আই থিঙ্ক যে আমরা একটা টিএমসি আজকে একটা বিকল্প একটা অল্টারনেটিভ নিয়ে এসেছে মেঘালয়ের মানুষের কাছে এটা সেই জন্যই আমাদের এটা আপ্লুত করছে
গারো খাসি জয়ন্তী মেঘালয় এবং সেখানে বলা যেতে পারে যে গারোতে যতটা বেশি তৃণমূল জনপ্রিয় খাসি জয়ন্তী ততটা নয় এটা কি ইমপ্যাক্ট ফেলবে টিএমসি এবারের ভোট শেয়ারে কি মনে হচ্ছে
দেখুন যে কোনো পার্টি সবসময় এক একটা জায়গায় একটু বেশি স্ট্রং থাকে একটু স্ট্রং থেকে এটা তো এখানে 60টা সিট আছে আপনার খাসি জয়ন্তীতে 36টা সিট আর গারো হিলসে 24টা সিট আছে আর সবকিছু মিলিয়েই তো আপনার যেই পার্টি করবে তো টোটাল ভোট শেয়ারটা হবে তো আমরা আশা করি ওভারঅল আমরা টিএমসি মেঘালয়টা খুব ভালো করব
Roshan.
Could you speak in English because others cannot understand and it is for
Roshan.
TMC's.
1 minute, I ask Roshan, please.
Ma'am, there have been 2 instances of violence, directly and indirectly involving the TMC, one in Pulvari and the recent was one being the attack on one of your leaders' family.
Right. Yeah.
Every time such a thing happens, the NPP is going to say that it is your way of doing things, that your party's way of doing things, TMC. putting the bill. How do
I'll
you-
supplement to it, please.
I'm unable to understand if the TMC worker or the family of the TMC worker is at home and somebody is playing loud music, you're calling the police, nobody is coming back, the lady goes out, she is manhandled. How is this the TMC's way of doing things? The NPP controls law and order in the state. It is the NPP that is in power here. The TMC is fighting elections. It is their leadership and their workers that are getting harassed and attacked. So I don't see how it is that is the fault clearly lies with the law and order and with the cadre of the NPP who are indulging in this.
And you must not forget that the victim was the wife of the sitting legislator.
Correct?
It is a total, the law and order. Where is law and order? When a lady member is attacked, forget being the wife of a legislator, an ordinary person also for that matter. You cannot categorize between TMC and NPP at this time. You must go down to what actually happened and say that catch the culprit. And don't go into politics in here. But she being the wife of the legislator of the TMC, it spells a very sad news where the district administration should have been immediately on the job. In fact, they took them asked to even register the FIR. Yes.
Yeah, TMC's history and tradition is of violence. That's what Bengal election are testimony to that. That is not me speaking, but Rahul Gandhi saying.
Have you heard of Goebbels? He was the propaganda. Charge of the Nazis. So there's something known as the Goebbels doctrine, which is if you repeat a lie often enough, it becomes the truth. And this is something that we've said often enough. This is something that our opposition, those opposed to the TMC, have always said. It is the people we are an elected government. Please understand. We are an elected government, and we have come to power not because of anything else, but because the people of Bengal have voted us in. If we are in Parliament today and in Bengal, it's because the people of government. If indeed we had such a history of violence, then we have come to power in 2011, in 2016, in 2021. May I remind you that in the last two elections, it has been the BJP at power in the centre. The elections have been done completely on their rules. Their election commission, they have used central forces for even a single by-election. If other places they use 2 companies, they've used 20 companies. So every single election, even if it's a panchayat election, one single by-election has been done under the superintendence of the election commission and with central forces. So if under these circumstances, I don't understand where there is this continuous narrative of TMC indulging in violence. After the post-poll violence, the BJP went to court. The case is in court. They said there were hundreds and millions apparently raped and killed by the TMC. Tell me today, if the BJP is in power, they control law and order in India. They have the Supreme Court. They have everything at their mercy. One second, sir. One second. If it's a state subject, the BJP have gone to the High Court. How many people and how many leaders of the Trinamool have they been able to arrest? Have they been able to put away on charges of nothing? So how can it be a state machinery? The BJP control the country. So what is the state machinery? Even in West Bengal, the BJP have 77 legislators. The BJP have access to the High Court. If they could prove something, and these are all being controlled by the CBI. The state please understand, the CBI is doing this. It is a national agency which is doing this probe. It is not a state agency which is doing the probe. The NIA and the CBI are doing the probe. It is not the state police, sir.
Apart from the probe, do you disagree that there is no violence in West Bengal?
West Bengal
has the highest number of violence during polls.
And
you can see the example of Meghalaya.
That is not something that is related to the BJP. West Bengal of the Trinamool. I will let Dr. Bhunia answer this. He's been a Congress legislator in an opposition during the CPM time. West Bengal, since independence, has a history. It is a partition state, has had a history of political violence irrespective of who has been in power. And I will let Dr. Bhunia answer this.
Thank you. Bring about a change? If there is a history of violence, why not the TMC be the change? What you are promising?
The TMC is running a peaceful government in Bengal. I am a TMC parliamentarian. I don't even use security in Bengal. We are free to walk about, which is the highest rate, or highest women's safety in the country. Calcutta is the safest city in the country for women.
Correct.
Please understand this.
Okay,
I will let Dr. Bhunia also speak on this.
A very beautiful question you asked. You know that we fought for 34 years against the left front onslaught led by CPIM. There was no trace of BJP. Now BJP and CPM join hands in hand with a tacit understanding of the Congress to support them in West Bengal, just to fight against Mamata Banerjee-led Trinamool Congress for the third terms. I should remind you from the records, because I was member continuously during Jyoti Bosu's period and Buddhadev Bhattacharya period. Near about 52,000 Congress and Trinamool Congress workers and supporters were brutally killed during Marxist government. There was no existence of the BJP in that during period. Firing to the houses, chopping the hands, taking the eyes, cutting the tongue, raping the women. This was the regular feature of the Bengal law and order situation during Marxist regime. This is the only lady, this is the only leader, Madam Mamata Banerjee, who had been fighting against all those things. Congress could not do for the 34 years. She formed a party after his expulsion from the Congress, and she made the people free from the clutches of Marxist onslaught in Bengal. That is the history. Now, as Mahua said, that Calcutta is the safest city. The rate of violence is less in West Bengal. If you go through the NCRB report, comparing with the Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh and West Bengal, you will see Bengal is in a very bottom level.
Yes.
Very bottom level. Just go for the figure. What is going on in Uttar Pradesh?
We are talking about election violence.
Yes, election violence, there was. It was initiated by the BJP, CPM and Congress, not by Trinamool Congress. Think one thing. A ruling party never thought of any violence for their bad image. Never, never, never. And our Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee all the time thinks that our state should be peaceful, people should live their livelihood peacefully, and the development should be on. We are strangulated economically and we are blamed politically. We are strangulated economically, we are blamed with a political question by the opposition, and unfortunately Congress is in the row. Very unfortunate.
Okay.
I did Congress for 51 years. I am MLA for 42 years and the oldest MLA in Bengal. I was Pradesh Congress president like Mr. Charles and Dr. Mukul Sangma. What happened to Congress? Congress is in a doldrum. That's all.
No, I think no.
To clarify on Rahul Gandhi's statement, but does he have any relevance in national politics as of today?
Sorry, sir, I don't think it is right for me to comment
Yes.
on the relevance or irrelevance of some leader of another party. I don't think that's it's right for me to comment on that.
It is a people's mandate. How we are not a political astrologer, but we expect good result.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
In charge,
Thank you.
We can answer one question.
Yeah.
They proclaim Modi for Meghalaya. Modi for Meghalaya, BJP saying. Then Mamata for Meghalaya, I have not seen. But question is that who is your projected leader?
You ask that.
It will be decided by the winning candidates.
You are not projecting Mukul Sangma.
It